So we're back here for game number 2 of 2 here in Teaneck, New Jersey on NEC Front Row. I'm Joey Jarzinka. The Fairleigh Dickinson Knights took the first game by a score of 4-1 on 2 booming hits. One from Rihanna Cervantes, the catcher in that game, where she brought home Logan Culmanen, as that one went flying into right center field over the head of the respective center fielder. For Iona in Rebecca Gabert. So now in game number 2, we're going to begin this one for the Iona Gales. So Erica Johnson is now in the circle for the Knights. Marissa Gergel, playing right field for the Gales, leads off. Jessica Chilcott follows her, and she's doing the catching duty. She was in left field in first game. And Jasmine Temple playing first base. Kim Chiparelli, the hot corner at third base, is cleaning up. Natalia Murray at short. Ciara DiGiulio as the first pitch and first out is recorded for Gergel, as that one is bounced right back to Erica Johnson, and we are underway from FDU softball field here in Teaneck, New Jersey, as the 1-3 is recorded out. So Haley Thompson to follow DiGiulio, the designated player. Kayla Huber in left field, and Rebecca Gabert will round things out. Playing center field. Marnie Skinner is the pitcher for the Iona Gales. So with Gergel grounding out Chilcott last time around, she had 1 hit in 3 at-bats. She was subbed out by Brianna Buck last game, but now Chilcott was 1 for 3 in the last contest as well. So with the count being 2-2 on Chilcott. Erica Johnson sporting a 3.25 ERA, as that one goes flying over the head of us. Erica Johnson, junior from Moreno Valley, California. In the previous game against LIU Brooklyn, game number 2, she came out with the win as the decision. 7 innings pitched, 1 run, no earned. None of them, the 1 was not earned. 8 hits, 2 strikeouts. And as we said, she was a starter. And she got the W in that game. Here's the payoff, 3-2. That one is hit right past the glove of Erica Johnson into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So Chilcott gets the first hit of game number 2 for the Gales. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Jasmine Temple. And Jasmine Temple, in the last game, had an RBI single, and had a looking strikeout. In the last game, folks, Bailey Ports had 9 strikeouts in 5 innings of work, 5 full innings of work, and Abby England earned the save in the final 2 innings, as we said earlier. Rihanna Cervantes had a home run into right center field. While Culmanen scored 2 runs with a single into right field in the last game. And that's where it came up 4-1. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Temple. And now 2 away for the Knights and Erica Johnson. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, in Kim Ciaparelli, who, as we said last time up, in the last game, 1 for 3 with a fly ball single, where it was dropped by Meehan, and 2 swinging strikeouts. Thank you. Counts 1-1. Defensive alignment for the FDU Knights from left to right. Mercier, Schmay, De Laval. Infield is a tiny bit different. Meehan, Mendoza, Colmanen, but now playing first base is Mahoney. And doing the catching for Erica Johnson is Amaris Miller-Godsey. Designated player is Rihanna Cervantes. Counts now 2-2 with a runner on first, in being Chilcott. The 2-2, that one is flown back into foul territory. Ball's in the dirt, counts full at 3-2. That means with also 2 away, that Chilcott will go with the full count. Here's the payoff, 3-2. And she works a walk. So right now, Erica Johnson in a tiny little bit of trouble here with 2 runners on to start the game with 2 away.
Now batting shortstop, number 28, Natalia Murray.
So now Natalia Murray the shortstop is a leadoff hitter in the last game, where she had 3 straight strikeouts in innings 1, 3, and 5. 2 of them swinging, the first 2, and then in the 5th inning, she had 3 strikeouts, a part of Bailey Ports' 9 total. And Erica Johnson plunks Natalia Murray on the knee. And now with the bases loaded with 2 away, as we said before, a little bit of trouble here
Stepping at the back, designated player number 20.
for the 5'8" junior in Johnson. That's going to bring up the designated player in Ciara DiGiulio, who last time around went 0 for 3. Lined out to Mendoza, grounded out to Colmanen, and grounded out to Bailey Ports, the pitcher. So that's where she was 0 for 3. But let's not forget, she does have power. She has the ability to hit coming into today, not into this game, but into today. 19 for 65. Now, obviously, with 3 less, so she'd be 19 for 68. I don't have the math on top of on top right now, but coming into the game, 292 batting average, 11 RBIs, a home run. She had a team best 21 runs and 18 RBIs a season ago, and 21 walks. And now the count is 2-1, and took a little long on that one to figure that one out by the home plate umpire. Here's Erica Johnson, the 2-1, swung on and missed there for DiGiulio, excuse me, and the count being 2-2 with 2 away. Murray at first, Chipperelli at second, Chilcott at third. Pitch up high for DiGiulio, and Johnson right now is in some trouble. She could get out of it with one pitch. The count's full at 3-2 with 2 outs. Runners will go, all 3. And that one is choppered right to the shortstop Mendoza. And she is safe. So a run now will score, and Chilcott comes in to give Iona a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. So an infield hit, as Summer Mendoza could not get that one quick enough to first base. And now all the runners will advance. So now Chipperelli at third, Murray at second, DiGiulio at first. Haley Thompson is now up here with, once again, the bases loaded with 2 away. Here's the first pitch. That one looks like just nicked the outside corner for a called strike. So right now, 1 run on 1 hit, and that one is going to be past Summer Mendoza. 2 runs are going to score, and it's going to be a 3-0 lead as Chipperelli comes in, as does Natalia Murray. So an RBI, a 2 RBI single for Haley Thompson, and that gives Iona a 3-0 lead, where Erica Johnson now is in a big hole. So runners on first and second. And right now in the pen is Irene Herrera, and it looks as if, and a hit by pitch as Kayla Huber. So it looks as if that Mary Smiller-Godsey might have got nicked on that one as well. So DiGiulio at third, Haley Thompson at second, Huber, at first.
Now batting center fielder number 4, Rebecca Gabert.
So now Rebecca Gabert could continue to put the damage on Erica Johnson. The 3-0 lead in the top of the first inning. 30 pitches right now. This is pitch number 31, and that one, check swing, could not hold up, was Gabert for a called strike. As we said, Huber at first, Thompson at second, DiGiulio at third. All in the screen. That one is fouled right behind Gabert. Counts 0-2. But it looks as if in the pen right now is number 18, junior Irene Herrera. And this one is grounded right to Mendoza. That one is in time, but the damage is done. So it looks as if 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners are left on base. Right now, FDU in a hole, but we're going to stay right here, and we're going to take a peek at some of the highlights from the last game. And we look at the first three strikeouts of the game, and we see that one there is a clear strikeout and a looking one to Temple, and another one there. And then the third one in the third inning, a swinging strikeout, went to Natalia Murray. And now we're going to show you the home run by Cervantes, and you see that one there on the chasing Gabert. She didn't think that was going to go, but all of a sudden, you look at it again, she thought she had it on the warning track, and then see you later for Cervantes, as the FDU Knights took the first game 4-1, where they have now won 2 straight coming into this doubleheader. With the last game they won That gave them their 10th win of the season. Still 26 losses, 2-4 in conference play. But now let's give you the FDU Knights starting lineup. And it's going to be, once again, in center field, leading off Riley Schmay, Logan Coleman at second, Courtney Mahoney at first, Rihanna Cervantes, the designated player, Serena Meehan at third, Amari Miller-Godsey is doing the catching, Holly Mercier in left field, Riley De La Valle in right, and Summer Mendoza is playing shortstop. Erica Johnson is in the circle. But as we said earlier, and as you have been listening, we hope, Erica Johnson has gotten off to a very slow and shaky start where she gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. So we'll see. As we did say, we saw Irene Herrera in the pen just a moment ago, and it looks as if that we're going to be getting some action in the Iona pen as well. But we'll give that to you in just a moment. So right now, the first pitch. The first pitch is a ball for Schmay. That one is hit into right field, but that's going to be foul. So she got some good mustard on that one, but unfortunately just a little far to the right for Schmay. So what she did last game, she went 1 for 3, where she had a single, a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out to Haley Thompson at second. The off-speed pitch, it looked like it was just a tiny bit high, and I think Schmay agrees with me as well. So the count is 1-2 for Marnie Skinner. We'll get you her numbers in just a moment after this pitch. So with the count being 1-2, here's Skinner. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Schmay to lead things off for the Knights in game number 2. That's going to bring up Logan Coleman, playing second base, the number 2 hitter. And back to Marnie Skinner in the circle. A 5.93 ERA coming into this game. And the starting pitcher against St. Peter's, she got the win. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. So she had a pretty good game in her last appearance, majoring in biochemistry. Last season, she finished off 10th in the softball program history with a .60 K ratio. So something that you normally don't see, but you're going to see here now, is Jessica Chilcott, a lefty, catching. You don't see that all too often, if ever. But you get to see it here, folks. Swung on and missed there for Coleman. Counts 1-1. Oh, 1-2, pardon me. Marnie Skinner. That one is hit right to Thompson. Short pass right to Jasmine Temple for the out. So that is the second out, and that's going to be a ground out for 3. Here's Courtney Mahoney playing first base. Courtney Mahoney went 0 for 3 in the last one with a walk, a line out to the pitcher in Cesaro, and 2 flyouts to Murray and to Thompson. Here's the 1-0. Just upstairs, counts 2-0. So Marnie Skinner 3-8 in the win-loss column, 54 and a third innings pitched. The opposer's batting average is .306. And she was named to the All-MAC second team a season ago with a 2.41 ERA. The junior from Moses Lake, Washington State. So, right there, Courtney Mahoney works a 4-pitch walk to get the first base runner on in game number 2 for the FDU Knights. So now we're going to bring up the designated player in Rihanna Cervantes. And what we saw and what we showed you in the in-between innings, we showed you the booming home run into right center field. That put the FDU Knights in front 2-1 at the time, which essentially was the game-winning run, or game-winning home run, if you will, that brought home both Cervantes and Coleman in. So Cervantes right now with a 1-1 count. Marnie Skinner, the 1-1 pitch. Just outside, the off-speed, 2-1. That one is hit sky high. Looks like it's going to be good for Chipperelli. She calls everybody off, and she grabs that one. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the top of the top of the second inning. My goodness. And it's going to be the top of the order, Gurgle, Chilcott, Temple, when we return on NEC Front Row.
Imagine yourself in a landscape of constant action, a lab of innovation, a field of dreams, a world of opportunity, a culture of connectivity with a global footprint, a community that doesn't know the word no, and a university that's ready for anything. Transform yourself and the world at Fairleigh Dickinson University.
So a rough top of the first inning for Erica Johnson, where she gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, all earned. And that's going to bring up the top of the order in Marissa Gurgle. So as we said, Erica Johnson did have some trouble. The entire batting order for Iona saw the plate in the top of the first inning. So Gurgle fouls that one back, counts 0-2. So right now Johnson ahead in the count. So we don't anticipate another half inning like that one, but we'll see what happens here. Pitch up high, counts 1-2. So the defensive alignment for the Knights, we actually gave that to you already. We'll give it to you again. Mercier, Schmay, De Laval. Meehan, Mendoza, Coleman, and Mahoney. The infield, again, Johnson in the circle. Miller, Godzi doing the catching. Counts 2-2 right now. Again, next half inning, we will give you the Iona defensive alignment, and Erica Johnson plunks Marissa Gurgle right in the back. And that is her 3rd hit by pitch today.
The catcher catcher, number 7, Jessica Chilcott.
Calling timeout.
Jeff, you want to pass a flaming Dorito down to me? No. pass a flaming Dorito down.
And it looks like we're going to see volunteer assistant Ray Vandermeer head out there to talk to his pitcher.
Maybe it'll warm me up a little bit.
But as we said, a top of the first that hopefully is unforgettable for the junior. And Vandermeer is speaking to his pitcher just to make sure that things are okay with her right now. And Gurgle's going to trot back to first base.
Oh, yeah, Jeff. Oy. That's a taste. Oy.
And back to the plate now is the catcher, Jessica Chilcott. Check swing, did she go? And they're saying no, but from here, we got a pretty good angle of that one. It did look like she went, but again, we play on. We don't question the officials. Third pitch of the at-bat. Looked like it just nicked the outside corner. Counts 2-1. That one is hit into center field. That one is going to go off the wall. And rounding third is Gurgle, and she's going to get in there for the 4th run of the game and the first of the top of the second inning. Iona takes a 4-0 lead. And an RBI double for Jessica Chilcott.
Now batting first baseman, number 10, Jasmine Temple.
So with no outs, FDU right now in a 4-run deficit. Jasmine Temple gets in there and count being 2-0. That one is choppered right down past Colemainen for a base hit. And coming in to score is Jessica Chilcott from second. And right now the score is 5-0 in favor of Iona. All 5 runs here so far earned.
Third baseman, number 13, Kimberly Chaparelli.
On Erica Johnson. Herrera still in the pen. We'll see when she gets her chance. It's a matter of time, you'd figure. So with Kimmy Chiparelli up now, the count 3-0. For her first plate appearance, she had a walk and a run scored for Chipperelli. Erica Johnson right now with 46 pitches upcoming, or pitch number 46 upcoming, and only an inning of work. That one is going to land into right center field, and De La Val could not hold on to that one, and it's going to be a double for Chipperelli. Jasmine Temple now at third base, still a 5-0 lead. And Irene Herrera's time has come. Erica Johnson's day is done with only 1 inning of work. She could not get an out in the top of the second inning.
Number 18, Irene Herrera.
So now Irene Herrera is going to head into the circle as she sports an 8.14 ERA with 5 strikeouts. Her win-loss ratio this year is 0-2 in 16 1/3 innings of work. Last time out against Mount St. Mary's on April 6th. 2 innings of work and 37 total pitches. Earned run, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 walks and a strikeout. Last year she made 10 relief appearances. So now due up is Natalia Murray. Murray was hit by a pitch and scored a run in that first inning. So runners on second and third. Chipperelli at second, Temple at third. That one is just into the bullpen, just behind us, foul back. Irene Herrera right now with a 1-2 count against Natalia Murray. Just outside. Herrera thought that she might get that one, as looked as if it may have nicked or just a touch of the right corner of the plate on your screen. That one is just upstairs, so now the count runs full at 3-2 with runners on second and third, as we said. Chipperelli at second, Temple at third, with no outs. Still, there is room for someone at first to load the bases. We'll see if that can happen, and that will not. Fly ball, and De La Val catches that one, and she throws that one in to potentially save a run and to potentially save the game as well. So with the first out, as Natalia Murray flies out to De La Val for the first out of the second inning. That's going to bring up the designated player in DeGiulio, who had an RBI single, and she gets plunked on this one here. So just in today's game so far, we've only been playing for about a half hour, and we're still in the top of the second inning. We have now seen 4 hit by pitches. Technically, actually 5, if we want to count the home team as well.
Second baseman number 1.
So now Haley Thompson is going to be up here, and we'll see. Right now with a 5-0 lead with 1 out. The bases are loaded. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat to Thompson. That one's ball outside. So something that we can bring up now is 8 runs is a mercy rule. And with 8 runs, right, so yeah, so it is just getting verification. It's 8 runs after 5 innings is the mercy rule. So know that going back to my St. John's days there and doing their play-by-play and PA announcing when I had no idea that that was the case. But now with a 5-0 lead with Iona, after 5 innings, if it's 9-1, 8-0, whatever it is, the game would be over. Thompson checked the swing. No swing. And I do like how the home plate umpire comes out very formally and asks, was that a swing? He says no. Cool stuff here. Different umpires you see everywhere you go. As that one is a called strike, and Haley Thompson, I don't think she is happy. Not only is she not happy about it, I think she's, first off, having a fun time with the count being full, but she thought that that was a walk easily to walk in a run. So with the count being full, here's the payoff. That one is hit into right field. That one is going to be caught there by Culmanen for the second out. So once again, every run, every hit, every out is most likely going to save the game, as Irene Herrera has done her part in relief of Erica Johnson. So Kayla Huber now checks in. And Huber last time up was hit by a pitch. She was left on base. In the last half inning. That one's downstairs. Counts 2-0. Oh, excuse me, 1-1. Okay, so now the count being 2-1, the first pitch of that at bat was a strike. So the 2-1 count, swung on and missed there for Kayla Huber. So right now, FDU is right now praying for a strike to get in and out of this inning. That one is blooped there for Meehan, and she catches that one. So with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base, we now head to the bottom of the second inning. Meehan, Miller-Godsey, and Mercier due up when we return on NEC Front Row. Iona with a 5-0 lead.
Third baseman number 6, Serena Meehan.
So 5 early runs for the Iona Gales in the first 2 innings of work between Erica Johnson and Irene Herrera. Irene Herrera got in and out of trouble, loading the bases as we see a bunt. Chipperelli the throw, and that one is off the mark into right field. So the first hit of the game for Serena Meehan. And that one was pretty good there. So Meehan with the hit. And Amaris Miller-Godzi. See if she can figure something out here for her Knights. And that one was bunted right to Chipperelli again. The sidearm throw advances the runner and Meehan to second with one away. So that sack bunt to the third baseman. In Chipperelli advances Meehan to second. And that's now going to bring up Holly Mercier, who last game she pinch ran. And now Mercier with a 119 batting average, 10 for 84 on the season, 7 runs, 4 ribbies, and a 178 on-base percentage. She is a senior, so we will be honoring her next weekend. So against Mount St. Mary's a week ago, combined 0 for 6 in that doubleheader series. Last time she got a hit was a double against Sacred Heart on March 30th. That one is choppered right to second base. Thompson bobbles it, and she just gets it home to Temple for the second out. But again, advances Meehan to third base.
Right fielder, number 10, Riley De Laval.
So now Riley De Laval, the right fielder, is now due up. Riley De Laval went 0 for 2. Her third plate appearance was a walk and a run scored. That one is way out of here in foul territory, so she has to trot back here. Came into today with a 114 batting average, only converting on 5 of 44 total at bats. 0 for 2 against LIU Brooklyn. So count now being 1-1. Marnie Skinner on the mound. Now with the Iona Gales on the opposite end, it's the left fielder Huber, center field Gabert, right field Gergel. The infield, Chipperelli, shortstop Murray, second base Thompson, first base Temple, nothing changed there, and Chilcott is doing the catching, something that, again, we brought up in the last half inning, a lefty catcher, something you normally don't see all too often, if ever. So, with the count being 1-2 for De Laval, she swings and misses to end the inning. So with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base, we now head to the top of the third inning with the 9-1-2 hitters, Gabert, Gergel, and Chilcott due up when we return on NEC Front Row. Iona with a 5-0 lead. So back in the circle is Irene Herrera in relief of Erica Johnson. Irene Herrera a season ago, 5.79 ERA, 19 in the third innings pitched, and 8 total strikeouts. That's now going to bring up the 9-1-2 hitters, Gabert, Gurgle, and Chilcott to lead off the top of the third inning in a 5-0 hole for your FDU Knights here on NEC Front Row. From Teaneck, New Jersey, I'm Joey Jarzinka. Thank you all for joining us here today in game number 2 of 2. The Knights got their 10th victory of the season a game ago, as Rebecca Gabert fouled that one. As Rebecca Gabert fouled that one out. Pitch from Herrera is a called strike, a little upstairs. Gabert, New Bloomfield, Pennsylvania. She was the player, the flex player, as Laval reaches up high for that one and grabs that one and avoids, as FDU avoids getting that one as a hit. Great defense there from Riley Laval, the 5'6" freshman from Covington, Louisiana, to get the first out. And I know Irene Herrera must be very happy with that one, as that's now going to bring up Marissa Gurgle. And she's 0 for 2, and we're only in the third inning. That one is popped sky high. Summer Mendoza on that one for the catch. 2 outs.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Jessica Chilcott.
So now the catcher, Jessica Chilcott, up right now. She's 2 for 2 with an RBI double, a single into center field, and 2 runs scored. That one's fouled back. Counts 0-2 with 2 away. That one is flown into center field. Schmey on that one. And that one is going to end the top of the third inning. So, zeros across the board. And we are going to the bottom of the third inning with FDU down 5-0 when we return on NEC Front Row.
Imagine yourself in a landscape of constant action, a lab of innovation, a field of dreams, a world of opportunity, a culture of connectivity with a global footprint, a community that doesn't know the word no, and a university that's ready for anything. Transform yourself and the world at Fairleigh Dickinson University.
(9-1-2) hitters due up for the FDU Knights right here on NEC Front Row. I'm Joey Jarzinka. Jeremy Clausen doing the producing for us. And right now, once again, I know we've beaten this to death. A 5-0 lead for Iona right now, with Marnie Skinner still in the circle. And leading off now for Fairleigh Dickinson, Mendoza, Schmey, and Coleman in the 9-1-2 hitters are due up. Summer Mendoza in the last game went 0 for 3 with a sack bunt, a ground out to Chipparelli, and a looking strikeout against Zazaro. So she's looking for some redemption here. The Madera, California shortstop. That one is skied very high. Chipperelli on it in foul territory and grabs that one for the first out.
Center fielder number
Of
4,
the bottom of the third inning.
May.
That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter and Riley Schmay as we're back to the top of the order. The center fielder, she's 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. Started every single game in 2018 as she fouled that one back. Oh, 1 just nicked the outside corner. Counts 0-2. On deck is Logan Colmanen. The 0-2 is upstairs for a 1-2 count. Marnie Skinner with the 1-2. In the dirt. Works the count is Schmay. Counts 2-2. So right now with a 5-0 lead, Schmay swings and misses.
The second baseman number 23,
For the third
Logan
strikeout
Colmanen.
for Marnie Skinner. And all 3 strikeouts so far have been swings and misses. That's going to bring up Logan Colmanen. Logan Colmanen came into the game today, batting .222. Last game, as we did say, she had 2 RBIs in that single into right field. She had a run scored. That one was grounded foul. Count still 0-2 with 2 away. But Colmanen was on the base path when Cervantes hit that 2-run shot. So her and Cervantes in the first game were the big winners today. That one is fouled back just into the parking lot, we'd assume. We are under a tent here in a overcast-like day.
My hand just starting to get cold. Not a good sign. My hand's starting to get not a good sign at all.
Here's the 0-2 from Skinner. That one is fouled into the cage. So far, the count for Iona 5-6-0. Fairleigh Dickinson 0-1-0. The count being 0-2 with 2 away. No one on the base paths. Here is the Washington native, the 0-2. That one is sent foul. 0-2 from Skinner. That one was just outside, so Logan Kulmanen is making the 5'8" junior Marnie Skinner work. And she has to work for this out if she wants it. Here's Skinner, the 1-2. That one's fouled back. Here's the 1-2. That one is hit, and that is Haley Thompson. She grabs that one, so no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. A good job there by Logan Kulmanen as she works the count and raises the pitch count for Marnie Skinner as she ends that one. Ends the bottom of the third inning with 36 pitches. We head to the top of the fourth inning with Iona up 5-0 on FDU. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break on NEC Front Row.
Leading off for Iona, first baseman number 10, Jasmine Temple.
So the 3-4-5 hitters now due up for the Iona Gales. Temple, Chipperelli, and Murray. So it was 3 up, 3 down in the last half inning for Irene Herrera. If you're just joining us now in the top of the fourth inning, it is a 5-0 lead against Iona. Well, for Iona, excuse me, against the FDU Knights. And right now, 2 pitches, 2 strikes for Herrera on Temple. But again, if you're just joining us, it is a 5-0 lead for Iona, where Erica Johnson was not able to get an out in the second inning, where she was replaced by Herrera, where she finishes the day. Erica Johnson finishes the day with 1 inning, 5 earned runs, with a 45 ERA, 6 hits, a strikeout, and a walk. In 50 pitches, she hit 3 batters. But we'll see what Irene Herrera can do. As right now, she is in front of the count 1-2 against Temple. That one is high for a ball. Once again, an overcast day here in Teaneck on the campus of Fairleigh Dickinson University. Gorgeous campus, my 4th time here. Actually, 3rd time here, if you will. That one is choppered to the shortstop Mendoza. Count it for the out as Temple works a 6-3 ground out. So the first out of the inning, it's going to send up the third baseman and the cleanup hitter, Kim Chipperelli. Had a double into right the last time up, so she's actually 1 for 1. First plate appearance was a walk and a run scored in that first inning. The 0-1. Off-speed pitch, a little high. Good enough for the home plate umpire to give it a strike. Chopper to second base. Grabbed there by Culmanen for the out. So Natalia Murray, the shortstop.
Right fielder number 25, Marissa Gergel. Excuse me, now batting number 28, Natalia Larray.
So just correcting SID Corey Smith. Just making sure that I was not crazy. Not saying he is, but we do make errors sometimes, helping each other out. So Natalia Murray, the shortstop, due up now with 2 outs. Ahead of the count, 3-0. Figure she's not going to swing here. And the hitter's count right now on its way. Green light, most likely to swing. We'll see. We don't make assumptions. The count being 3-1. Here's Skinner. Or excuse me, that is Irene Herrera. And Murray works a walk.
Now batting designated player number 20, Ciara DeJulio.
So now the designated player for the second straight game, Ciara DeJulio. Is now due up. And Ciara DeJulio, the first 2 times up, she had an RBI single to the shortstop, Mendoza. She was also hit by a pitch in 2 plate appearances, but is 1 for 1 with that single. Right now, she has a 2-0 count advantage with the runner on first base in Murray. So the 2-0 from Herrera, that one is hit into right field. That one is going to be fair. And rounding second and heading to third is Murray. That's a double for Ciara DeJulio. Score remains 5-0, but now runners are on the left side of the bases. So DeJulio at second, Murray at third. That double down the right field line gives her her second hit of the afternoon. 6:13 p.m. Eastern time here. We are getting into the wee hours of the evening. That one is hit. And that one's going to fall in there for... That one's going to fall in for a hit just in front of the catcher. And coming in to score was Natalia Murray. And now the Iona Gales take a 6-0 lead. So Irene Herrera with her first run allowed here today.
Left fielder number 24, Kayla Huber.
In 2 2/3 innings pitched right now, but that's going to bring up Kayla Huber. So Haley Thompson now at first after that infield hit. DeJulio at third. And Huber at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is basically check swung, if you will. Down the left field line. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Kayla Huber, first 2 plate appearances, was hit by a pitch and popped out to Meehan. That one's fouled back just behind us. We have not heard anything hit this tent, thankfully. Herrera, the 1-2. Swung on and hit past the diving Coleman, and that's going to be the 7th run. DeJulio scores. It's a 7-0 run, or excuse me, 7-0 lead for the Iona Gales.
Center fielder number 4, Rebecca Gaber.
So now runners at first and second with 2 outs. And we'll say this once again to those who don't know the rule. After 5 complete innings, if it is an 8-run lead for either team, the game concludes. So Iona only needs 1 more run this inning to seal the deal in an inning and a half. As we are in the top of the, in the top of 4th inning. That one is tipped and into the glove. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning, where it's going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up, Mahoney, Cervantes, and Meehan for your FDU Knights. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break on NEC Front Row. Iona 7, FDU 0.
Number 13, Courtney Mahoney.
So second plate appearance for Courtney Mahoney. First time up, she was hit by a pitch. The line for Iona, 7-9-0. Fairleigh Dickinson, 0-1-0. Marnie Skinner back in the circle with 40 pitches through 3 innings of work. First pitch to Mahoney is a ball. Pitch upstairs, counts 2-0.
Heads up. Oh, he's not here. Never mind.
That one's hit into foul ground, just behind us, counts 2-1.
Stace, it's getting a little chilly over there. Huh? It's getting a little chilly. I'm a little chilly, I'm not gonna lie. Stacey, was it the St. Peter's game last year that was miserable?
That one is hit high. The shortstop Murray crabs that one for the first out.
The designated player, number 9, Rihanna Cervantes.
So Rihanna Cervantes is now due up, first time out. She had a fly ball to Chipperelli in foul ground, just in front of the Iona's, in front of the Iona respective dugout. Once again, we look at the team batting numbers for FDU. 9 teams in the in the NEC. They're ranked 9th. That one was a strike. The pitch from Skinner. That one is high and back. That's going to be foul. So Marnie Skinner right now doing a solid job to lower the team ERA. All right, now only allowing 1 hit. No runs. Cervantes grounds that one directly back to Skinner for the second out, as that one is grounded to the pitcher, Skinner,
Now batting the third
for out
baseman,
number 2. That's
6,
going to bring up
Serena
the
Meehan.
third baseman, Serena Meehan, who had an infield single. To Meehan, or excuse me, to Chipperelli. This is Meehan up to bat. First pitch of the at-bat, that one is a high fly ball inside the base path and going to be grabbed there by Thompson. So zeros across the board for FDU, and that's now going to bring up the top of the order, Gurgle, Chilcott, and Temple when we return on NEC Front Row. Top of the 5th inning on the opposite side of this break.
Imagine yourself in a landscape of constant action, a lab of innovation, a field of dreams, a world of opportunity, a culture of connectivity with a global footprint, a community that doesn't know the word no, and a university that's ready for anything. Transform yourself and the world at Fairleigh Dickinson University.
Top of the order due up for the Iona Gales. Top of the 5th inning, Gurgle, Chilcott, Temple.
Leading off the right fielder, number 25, Marissa Gurgle.
So we brought up in the first inning, or actually the second inning, how we went through 17 at-bats. And we thought that that was a lot. But we looked back in the MAC record book and we took a peek and saw to see what the conference record is this season so far, and that's 73 at-bats in a game, as that one is sent into center field past Schmey. That throw to second is not in time and past Coleman, and she leads off the top of the 5th inning with a double.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Jessica Chilcott.
So as we said before, 73 at-bats, I think, is definitely out of reach for Iona. That was on April 1st, St. Peter's and Quinnipiac. In a 19-inning game. So right now counts 1-1. Irene Herrera still on the mound. Swing and a miss there for Jessica Chilcott. Counts 1-2. Swung on and missed there as 3 straight strikes 3 straight swinging strikes sends Chilcott back to the dugout
First baseman number
for
10,
the first
Jasmine
out
Temple.
of the top of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Jasmine Temple, in 3 plate appearances, an RBI single, a strikeout swinging, and a ground out to Summer Mendoza so far, and it's only the 5th inning. 7-0 lead. In this non-conference second game of the doubleheader. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is swung on and hit the roof of the dugout. Counts 0-2. Not forget the runner at second being Gurgle. Pitch is high for Herrera. Count is 1-2. 8 runs through 5 full innings, or a difference of 8 runs, would put the game to rest. That one was swung on and fouled back behind the cage. Count remains 1-2. Sky high, center field. That's Schmey. She grabs that one for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman number 13, Kimberly Chaparelli.
So that's going to bring up the third baseman in Kim Schiaparelli. Who's 1 for 2 with a double. A walk and a run scored. And a ground out to Culmanen. We'll give you a little more to Kimmy Schiaparelli while we have the time. Had 7 doubles as a junior, which was the team best. Her favorite athlete is Alex Morgan, the U.S. national soccer player. And she played field hockey in high school. Her hobby is paddleboarding. So we know what she does on her free time. And pretty cool hobby. That one is ripped past the diving Meehan. Here comes that 8th run, and Gurgle scores. So an RBI double for Kimmy Schiaparelli. It's now an 8-0 lead for Iona. So as that one was past the diving Meehan, that
Shortstop number
RBI double
Natalia
gives it an 8-0 lead. And now if Fairleigh Dickinson in the next half inning does not score, that one is hit into right center field. Schmey chasing it down, and she falls on the warning track. Coming in to score is Schiaparelli all the way from second. And that is Murray with an RBI triple. It is 9-0 Iona. So Schiaparelli scores all the way from second, and that's now going to bring up Ciara DiGiulio. Ciara DiGiulio swings and misses. And as we did say again, we'll give you a couple of stats while we have the time here. this 9-0 lead here. She made 44 starts, 45 total appearances. Team best 21 runs, 18 RBIs, 21 walks, 36 strikeouts. She's majoring in education. Her favorite food is salad. Can't say the same on that one, Ciara, as that one is hit deep right field on the warning track. Back goes Layla Val. It is out of here. Ciara DiGiulio with that solo shot to deep right field to give the Iona Gales a 10-0 lead. Excuse me, it's actually a 2-run shot because Murray was on third.
Second baseman number 1, Haley Thompson.
So here's Haley Thompson. Haley Thompson had an RBI. That one was upstairs for Herrera. The count 11-13-0, 0-1-1 for Fairleigh Dickinson.
That's even for the 16-year-olds though too.
Hey, work it, one
But that's because they have the rules for like that.
Finish right here, boy.
That hurt. That hurt.
Haley Thompson fouled back and hit
Yeah, that hurt. He knows.
and hit Miller Godsey. She's just running out just to give herself a quick timeout. Count runs full at 3-2. That one is hit. Coleman in diving stop. Can she get to first? She can. And a good stop there for Coleman to put this half inning to rest. 4 runs on 4 hits. No,
4 hits, 1 error.
1 error.
Base.
And no runners left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Fairleigh Dickinson needs at least 3 runs for this game to continue. We'll be right back on the opposite side of this break on NEC Front Row. So a 4-run 5th inning
That catcher, number 17.
for Iona,
Miller
where it
Godsey.
was 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error made in left field by Holly Mercier. So the count 11-13-0. Fairleigh Dickinson 0-1-1. Here's Marnie Skinner. That one is low and in the dirt. So leading off in the bottom of the 5th inning is Amaris Miller Godsey. Right now 11-0. FDU needs at least 3 runs for this game to continue. Here's Skinner. Pitch right down the middle for a called strike, count 1-1. Godsey, Mercier, and De La Val, the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Fairleigh Dickinson. Last game, Fairleigh Dickinson took the first 4-1. Behind a strong 5 innings of work from Bailey Ports in 9 strikeouts, 79 total pitches. Kara Zazzaro was credited with the loss, 6 innings pitched, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 110 total pitches. Counts 2-2 on Godsey, who last game played first base. She's one of those hybrid catcher first basemen. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Godsey. For the first out in this inning, here's Holly Mercier. First pitch to the senior from Corona, California is a ball. So Holly Mercier last season, she was second on the team in runs, 5 multi-hit games. Her major is biology. And when she was in high school years ago, her high school team went undefeated, won their respective league. Holly Mercier went .377 as her batting average, 12 RBIs. She started 43 games as a freshman. She had a 4-game hitting streak and was second on the team. The .984 fielding percentage in 2016 in her first season in a night uniform. Counts 1-2. The 1-2. That one is hit foul into the visiting dugout. Holly Mercier coming into the game, 178 on base percentage. She needs to get on base. Marnie Skinner off speed is outside and in the dirt, off of the chest protector of Chilcott. Counts 2-2. As we said earlier, Mercier pinch ran. She also scored a run last game. That one is sent foul. Grabbing some more softballs. Home plate umpire. Pitch is outside. Count runs full. The senior from Corona, California. Can she get on base to extend this game? That's a foul ball with one away still. Riley De La Val is on deck. That one is hit into right field. That one is going to fall in for a base hit. Holly Mercier gets the team's second hit of game number 2. And the senior from Corona, California gets on base
Riley De Laval.
as Riley De Laval is now due up for the Knights. First pitch from Skinner is a called strike. Halfway out of the box before the hit is even, before the ball even makes contact with the bat. Counts 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Skinner. That one's a called strike. And FDU is down to their final out.
Number 3, Summer Mendoza.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, Summer Mendoza, who's 0 for 1 with a pop out to the third baseman in Chipperelli. Here's Skinner. That one is in the dirt. Counts 1-0. Check swing. Did she go? She did not go. Counts 2-0. Holly Mercier at first. Peaks of sun that we see to just our left. Just to the north of us. That one is choppered right to Skinner. That could do it, and that is it. So the contest is over. Final stat line, 11-13-0 for Fairleigh Dickinson, 0-2-1. And to end the 5th inning, 1 hit, or no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The game is now over. The 2 teams split. Fairleigh Dickinson taking game 1, 4-1, and Iona coming out and absolutely dominating Fairleigh Dickinson early in the early going by scoring 5 runs within 2 innings. And the losing pitcher is Erica Johnson, and the winning pitcher is Marnie Skinner. So for everybody here, Corey Smith, Jeremy Clausen, producing this contest here on NEC Front Row, I'm Joey Jarzinka saying so long from Teaneck, New Jersey, and we'll see you, well, I will see you next Saturday on Senior Day.